Got my beard going, doing my best Gerard Butler right now. Wait, doing my best Gerard. Like, how can I do it? I've never tried to do Gerard Butler impressions. He's he definitely got to because he's Scottish. So if I took, you know, I'm trying to do a Gerard Butler impression. All right, fine. Like he's got a bit of a gruffness to him. Anyway, identities. I did my theater review reaction last night. A few extra minutes because YouTube now says you can do up to 3 minutes. Cool, great. I did realize after the fact there was a little bit more I wanted to talk about, so I figured we'll do a review. It won't be very long, maybe 10 minutes, but still. The first one came out 2018, if I'm not mistaken. It was either 18 or 17. Hold on, Den of Thieves. Den of Thieves. Den of Thieves came out in 2018. So I have to wonder, and this is all I'm doing. And by the way, O'Shea Jackson looks like just look at that picture. If you didn't know that wasn't Ice Cube, you'd swear that's Ice Cube. So he's looking more and more like his dad every day. But I'm wondering if this film was shot a few years after the original, because and then was just on the shelf until they had to write. Because otherwise, I'm like, what was the point? Let me look up what the original Den of Thieves made, box office wise. What did this? So it was made on a budget. Admittedly, it was made on a budget of only $30 million, which means if the film had made say $100 or $100 million, I mean that's good enough to earn a sequel, I would say. But the original Den of Thieves made, let's see here, around the made $80 million against a $30 million budget. And they probably didn't market it very heavily. So I'm guessing probably around 20 million. So that means the film made a little bit of money. Okay. I don't know if I really warranted a sequel. Because I watched this film, and I said it before, but the things I liked about this film are the things I more or less liked about the first film. The heist itself, it's good. There's some tension to it, absolutely. It's not Ocean's 11 fun, but I think because they're portraying it a little bit more realistically, I think that works. There's definitely some good tension to it. Then the action sequence that precedes that, I think is actually fairly well done. The chase sequence, the gun, I thought that was fine. Also, as I said in the out of the theater video, the selling point of this is O'Shea Jackson and Gerard Butler. These two guys still are really good together, absolutely, and they're now working off each other a lot more. Now, we know who O'Shea Jackson actually is, and he does too. So now you're getting them playing off each other a lot more. There's a fun scene with them high off E after a party, eating shawarma and talking about their lives. It's actually a really good scene. Scenes where you can just have these two guys work off each other are good scenes. The side characters are fine too, although going into the things I think didn't work about the film. Now, obviously, before we get into that, let's talk about what the plot of the film. It is what you see. We are following up with them sometimes later. Donnie is his name. Donnie is with a new crew. He heists some diamonds. And then his goal is to rob the diamond exchange in Nice, France. Well, Gerard Butler's still on his tail. Finds him, but says, "No, you know what? I'm sick and tired. You were fired." He's like, "Yeah, I'm sick and tired of losing and getting nothing for it. I want in." And so they work together on the heist. And what comes from that? Oh, and the trailer revealed, you stole a diamond from the mafia. How was I supposed to know? So that's the basic story, and that is the basic story. The problem immediately here is the first one I felt wasn't paced all that. The first one had okay pacing. The problem the first one had was it kept going to these scenes of Gerard Butler and his family, and he's a cheating scumbag, and his wife leaves him, the kids, and showing him still he loves his kids, he wants to be there for his kids, but he can't. He's feeling bad. If you had cut out the majority of that crap, I'm going to be honest. Because it didn't sympathize me to him that much, to be honest. If anything, it made him look like more of an asshole. So, like, it's fine if he's not a crooked cop, or a dirty cop, just a bends the rules kind of cop. It's fine if he's that, but then you make him this shitty kind of guy at home. Like, it didn't make me like him as much as I should have. Because Gerard Butler's good in the first film, and he's good here. But because of that, there were some pacing issues in the first one. This one has similar pacing issues, I think. They fixed up an issue with the character of Gerard Butler, because we don't have any of the family in the picture anymore. If anything, he's talking with this cop half the time who's got his own family, which actually comes off as more of the way you could have gone with this in the first film, where we are experiencing what he probably has or had through the eyes of someone else, through the bonding with someone else on that level. And so I think it's still kind of is taking its time a little bit, particularly because the film, when I got out of there, I realized, holy crap, how long was this film? The film's basically 2.5 hours long. It's 2 hours and 24 minutes. And like I said also before, it has like 3 endings. So it could have been shortened by a good 15, 20 minutes. You could have tightened the shit up, and it probably would have flowed a lot better. There's also just plot points they bring up that either don't get addressed or are not addressed properly. They start out, there's the crew that Donnie has, Gerard Butler comes in, and these 2 guys just act like assholes for no reason, like legitimately no reason. And then they act like further assholes, and then something happens, and I'm like, well, wait, why are they doing, like, seriously? I don't understand why you're just jackasses for no reason. So there's no explanation there. There's also a plot point that gets brought up and then just dropped. It never comes up again, where the stripper wife of the guy that was working with Donnie in the first film, the guy that Gerard Butler thought was the mastermind, she actually comes back because he banged her in the first movie. She comes back and she threatens to blackmail him with a sex tape of them and show his kids. She doesn't get like $7 million or something like that. And this is spoil. I don't care if this is spoilers. Because it doesn't mean anything to the story. It literally doesn't. Because it never comes up again. We never get a conclusion on it. We never see her getting like a check in the mail. We never see, him just saying, "Screw you, release it. I don't care." Like we never get any of that. And I feel like there's just dropped plot points in here. Not a lot, but enough that I'm like, well, what was the point? What was the point? What was the point? You aren't legitimately, you could have cut out the scene with the stripper and maybe have him just find out where Donnie allegedly was, or how the information that was needed in that scene. That's all that scene was needed for, was to give Gerard Butler information on where the money was supposed to go, or whatever it was. I can't remember already. You could have cut that scene out, because that scene is about at least 5-7 minutes long. Cut that scene out, and already you're flowing a lot better. I still think you could have shaved at least another 15 minutes just here and there without any real difficulty, I don't think. I'm not a movie editor, but part of me would like to re-edit this if I had the ability. Part of me would just like to take movies that just feel too long and see if it could be edited down for for easier runtime. So is this a bad movie? No. As far as January films go, this is like near peak January. January is notorious for being a doldrum month. Like, there's just nothing quality's not the right term. There's nothing high profile that ever comes out, and therefore you never get anything big for your opening weekends or your long-term box office. Like, if I were to actually look up, hold one second. If I'm to look up the January opening weekend records, let's find this out, shall we? Do you want to know what the opening weekend record holder in January is? It is American Sniper at $89 million, which is, you know what, not a god-awful number by any stretch of the means. any stretch of the means. That said, however, it's you're then followed by like Bad Boys 2, Bad Boys for Life, Ride Along, which has got 62 million. But then you got Ride Along, which drops to 41, Kung Fu Panda 3, 41, Glass 40, Cloverfield 40, Split 40, The Revenant 39, Taken 3 39, The Lone Survivor at 37. And two of these, American Sniper, I believe, technically had an earlier release, didn't it? Yes, American Sniper got its wide release in January. It's had an early Oscar release in December. The same for, what was it? The Revenant. So you can't, I don't even know if I would count. I mean, yeah, they have to count. But if you're getting technical, the films, some of the films that got the highest releases had early releases. And look, like I said, I don't expect a lot of like highbrow anything and like highbrow or high profile anything during the month of January. I really don't. So when something good comes along, I get to be surprised and happy. Den of Thieves Pantera is good enough. I think that's the best way I can put it, is that it is good enough. But that being said, this week we do have hold on. Oh, yeah, it is. We do have a possible contender coming in. And this coming week we got Wolfman. We also got Sing Sing. I don't really think it's going to be a big deal. It's getting a 2025 release. Releases don't do much usually. And even when they do a lot, it's usually not enough. Then one of these days is September 5th. Neither of those, I'm going to be honest, I think are going to be high profile. It's going to be Wolfman's going to be the biggest one on the block. There's also Flight Risk the following week. And then Dogman. Yeah. Look, if that's your thing, it's fine. I'm not judging it. I'm just saying, Dogman. I don't think that's on anyone's real high profile to do. But anyway, is it a god-awful movie? No. Is it an amazing movie? No. Is it good enough to sit down and watch? If you got the time, the money, you've seen everything else, sure. Like, I'd almost be tempted to go see Wicked again. I liked Wicked enough to maybe see it another time. Sonic would be another one if I really wanted to push it and wanted to see a movie but didn't want to see anything coming up. That'd be another one. I still don't have any interest in seeing Mufasa. That's not happening. Let's see. Anything else out that I could say about that? I'm not seeing Nosferatu again. That's for certain. Moana 2 still out and about, still making money. So I don't know. There's not much in this kind of genre, the crime cop thriller kind of genre, at the moment. No, nor is it going to be out for a while. I digress. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Did you see the movie? What'd you think? I didn't talk about trailers. We got that Love Hurts with Ki Kwan. I'm definitely looking forward to that. It looks like a lot of fun. Working Man, basically the next in Jason Statham's I'm Still Able to Kick Your Ass era of filming. I saw someone put it best. Jason Statham is at this point the one guy who can make the same type of film over and over again. That guy just trying to leave his past behind, but then you hurt the people I cared about, so now I'm gonna fuck up your day. Kind of movie. And we're still gonna go see it. Beekeeper was really good. It was far better than I thought it was good. I thought it was gonna be like, okay, it's gonna be decent. I'm like, no, this is like a legitimately good movie. And this looks essentially like Taken, but Jason Statham gets to be Liam Neeson this time. That's essentially what it is, from what I can tell. So Working Man, we got that. I'm looking forward to that. Give me Jason Statham beating the shit out of anyone any day. Let's see. What other trailers did we get? Because we're now there in 2025. I really gotta focus up on these trailers a little bit here. Oh, we got a new. It was a short, but it's still a new trailer for Flight Risk. Did not get one for the Wolfman, and I'm interested in Flight Risk, certainly. By the way, we didn't get a trailer for Companion, but I've now seen the new trailer for Companion, so now I understand what the film is mostly about. And I gotta admit, it was not what I was expecting. But you know what? I'm here for it. What was the... I know there was like 2 other ones we got. Not Novocaine, no. Snow White, Alta, no. Chosen Lesser, Working Man... Yep, that's that one. Minecraft Fate at the Amateur. Nope, didn't get the drop. Drop, Sinners, The Ritual, Hell, and some. I know we got a couple other ones. Was it The Amateur I saw? Maybe? Or did I see that attached to the last one? Maybe it was The Amateur I saw trailer for with Rami Malek. Maybe. Otherwise, yeah, I'm not seeing any of the other trailers we really got. But hey, look, it is what it is. It's shaping up to actually be a really good year this year. So we'll have to see what the movie going season gives us. Till then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you later.